what was happening to our livestock sector. We couldn't get animals processed, horrible losses for in the meat industry. That was, what was that going to do to corn for feed down the road when we're devastating our livestock industry? So many factors that were culminating there early summer. And then what a turnaround based on what weather, and then the degree to which the global economy began to respond and get better.
Mark Welch is an extension economist with the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension. He says farmers and ranchers have had a tug of war between supply and demand over the past year.
Suddenly we saw a lot more corn supply than we anticipated. However, the impact of the weather and then the impact of China's appetite for corn and their level of imports, then to a large degree offset those declines we saw in the other use categories, particularly fuel. And we saw a surge then in corn going for exports. And so that's really offset that what was a very damaging supply situation in terms of prices.
Weather, pandemics, and politics not only affect the present, but drive prices for the future. And the future demands more grains.
So that drove prices up for the old crop. And then, as we just mentioned, is providing incentives then that all of those grains, they need more production for 2021. So I think the dynamics of what farmers decide to plant, combined with how cooperative Mother Nature is in giving us adequate growing conditions, not only in the U.S., but globally. These high prices are providing incentive for increased acres around the world for any agricultural producer that is equipped to respond.
We may need a little luck, but Welch says producers should be prepared for anything.
We didn't see this one coming. The next big one, we're probably not going to see it either. But what can we do to provide a stable, sustainable environment that allows for the food and fiber production systems in this country that come from American agriculture to meet that need and demand of whatever it might be? And that's what we're trying to build.
I'm Max Crawford, looking at Central Texas agriculture from the ground up.
From the Ground Up is sponsored by Producers Cooperative, proudly serving agriculture since 1943.